So how much is the answer? How much is the answer? What is the inventory that you got, Aparna?
Ma'am, current asset it is 10,50,000.
Hmm.
Then
Liquid
liquid
asset.
asset is 6,12,500.
Yes.
Then inventory is 4,37,500.
Very good. Yeah, right answer. Did everyone get this? Yes or no? CA is equal to, not CA, CR. CR, current ratio is equal to CA by CL. And that is given to you as 3:1, 3 by 1. So 3 by 1 is equal to current ratio is given, and what is given in the question? Current liability is there. CA is not there, but you have the current liability 3,50,000. So from this, keep the videos on, everybody. Please keep it on. So CA is equal to cross multiply 3 into 3,50,000. So this is how you get CA as how much? 10,50,000. Yeah, 10,50,000. Okay. Now, similarly, LA is given, liquid ratio is equal to LA by CL. That is, how much is the liquid ratio? 1.75 by 1 is equal to liquid ratio, current liability, yeah, 3 by 1 is equal to so LA divided by 3,50,000. So LA is equal to cross multiply 3,50,000 into 1.75. That is equal to 6,12,500. So that is also done. Now how to find inventory? Inventory. Which formula can be used to find inventory? Quick asset is equal to CA minus IPA. So CA we got it as 3. How much is CA? 10 lakh. 10 lakh 50,000 minus inventory, and you have the quick assets, that is 6,12,500 inventory. Okay. So inventory is equal to 4 lakh. Inventory is equal to 10 lakh 50,000 minus 6,12,500. So this is the way you get the answer, 4,37,500. Irfan, did you get the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Is there anyone who haven't got the answer? Aditya, got the answer? Okay, okay. So most of them or all of them have got it. So let's do another problem. Current ratio is equal to 3:1. Current ratio is equal to 3:1. This is another question. Then quick ratio is equal to 1.2:1. Working capital is given. Working capital is equal to 1,80,000. 1,80,000. Find out total current asset. Total current asset and also inventory. Inventory. Find it out. Give the answer in the chat box. Keep the videos on and do the problem. Yes, Aditya, right answer. Yes, Aparna. Inventory also. Find out inventory. Yeah, right. Aparna, Aditya, Irfan, Karthik. Only 4 of you? Only 7 in the class. Oh, sorry. And Joe, completed? Not this one, the previous one?
Yes, sir.
No? I cannot hear you. Whatever answer you got, you type it in the chat box. Those who started with the next problem, send that answer also. No, no, no. Okay, I'll give the answer. So this was the question, earlier question. Okay. Those who didn't get the answer, please listen. So CR is equal to CA by CL. CR is 3 by 1 is equal to, how much is CA? CA is not there. CR, QR and WC is given. Okay, so CA by CL. So CA is equal to, cross multiply this, 3CL. This way you get an equation. Okay, those who didn't get the answer, please listen. This is one equation. Okay, then the next one, then the next one is the next one, QR, quick ratio is equal to LA by CL. Quick ratio is how much given? 1.2 by 1 is equal to LA by CL. CL again, LA is equal to 1.2 CL. This is the way you get the next equation. Okay. Equation 2. That is done. Now you have the working capital. Working capital is equal to CA by CA minus CL. Okay, so working capital is how much? 1,80,000 is equal to CA. Substitute the value of CA from equation 1. So CA is 3CL. Okay, 3CL minus CL. So 1,80,000 is equal to, it becomes 2CL. So how much is CL now? CL is equal to 1,80,000 divided by 2. So you get the current liability CL as 90,000. Okay. Now CA, put it in the CA. This CL you got 90,000. So how much is CA? 3 into 90,000. So that is 2,70,000. Okay. Okay. Now put this value for QR. Not QR. You got, what is that value got? You got CA now. So liquid asset, how much is liquid asset? QA, liquid assets is 1.2 into 90,000. 1.2 into 90,000. Yeah, so that becomes 1,08,000. That is LA, quick assets. So now put it in quick asset formula. Quick asset is equal to current asset minus IPA. So now you have the quick asset, that is 1,08,000. 1,08,000 minus CA is, how much is CA? 2,70,000 minus I. So I is equal to 1,08,000 minus 2,70,000 minus 1,08,000. 2,70,000 minus 1,08,000. So you get 1,62,000 inventory. Is it 2:1? No. Answer is wrong. New current ratio is not that. Okay, we'll discuss the answer. So I hope this question is clear. Those who haven't got it, please take it down. Now, let us move to the next question. Okay, so what is that question? Where is the question? Current liability is given to you, 80,000. Current ratio is there. Okay. Then purchased goods of rupees 20,000 on credit. Okay. So let's write whatever is available to us. So what is it? Current ratio. Current ratio is equal to CA by CL. Okay. What is there with you? You have the current liability and current ratio. So 2.5 by 1 is equal to current asset divided by 80,000. Yeah, this much is there with you. So what is CA? CA is equal to cross multiply 80,000 into 2.5 and that will give you 2 lakh. This much is okay for everyone? Okay, CA is 2 lakh. Now, next it is said that, so we have CA as well as CL now. CL is already there with you, 80,000. Okay, both are there. Now, when you purchase goods on credit, think of the accounting equation. Goods purchased on credit. What is happening in the business? What all will increase? Goods are purchased on credit. You remember the accounting equation? Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. You used to write both the sides, making both the sides equal. Goods are purchased on credit. What is taking place in the business? Something is coming inside. How is it affected? Goods purchased on credit. What happens? When you purchase goods, what is coming inside the business? Forgot all the basics. After learning all the advanced topics, forgot about the basics. Goods purchased on credit. The business, the company, whatever it is purchasing goods. What is happening there? Goods are coming inside. Asset increase. Yeah, asset increase. How is it increasing? Stock increase. Goods come inside the business. So stock increase. Stock is an asset. Okay, only stock will increase.
Liability also.
Yes, Karthik, try. Shubham, try.
Current liability increases.
Current liability increase. Yeah, current liability increase. So goods are purchased on credit. Okay, goods are purchased on credit. So stock increase. Stock is an asset, current asset plus 20,000. So current asset becomes 2,20,000. And it is purchased on credit. So current liability also increase plus 20,000. Both increase. So current liability becomes 1 lakh. 1 lakh. Now find out the new ratio. Now you have new current asset and new current liability. So new current ratio is 2,20,000 divided by 1 lakh. So what is the ratio? It is 2.2:1. Okay? Yeah, 2.2, 2.2. Yes, okay. Understood? You want the screen again, Anjo?
No, ma'am, I have done that.
Okay, so that's all about, this is all about the liquid ratio family. Next, we are moving towards solvency ratio. So all the possible questions from liquid ratios, we have worked it out today. Okay. So next, moving to solvency ratio. From the word solvency, what is the meaning of solvency? Solvency means it is the ability of the company to pay off its long-term debts. Okay. Ability of the company to pay off its long-term debts. Which are the long-term debts? Long-term debts means the non-current liabilities. Which are the non-current liabilities? Long-term borrowings and long-term provisions. And also you have deferred tax liability, other long-term liability, that is also there. But mostly you find the long-term liabilities, the long-term provision and long-term borrowings. Okay. So in this family, that is solvency ratio family, we have 4 ratios. The first one is debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio. Okay, so debt means what? Debt means it is the long-term liabilities. Debt is long-term liabilities. So again, which are the long-term liabilities? Take out the balance sheet. See the long-term liabilities, non-current liabilities, long-term provisions, long-term borrowings, other long-term liabilities, and also we have deferred tax liability. This deferred tax liability and all, you will not find it. Usually it is not seen in the questions. Mostly long-term borrowings, long-term provisions are found. Okay. So debt is long-term liabilities. All these non-current liabilities together, it is called debt. And equity means what? Equity is the shareholders fund. So shareholders fund, it is SRM. Share capital, reserves and surplus, and money received against share warrants. And here also, mostly you will find only share capital as well as reserves and surplus while doing the problems. Debt equity ratio. Then reserves and surplus, it includes security premium, securities premium reserve, general reserve, capital reserve, and also statement of profit and loss credit balance, statement of P&L, reserves and surplus. Okay, the surplus means what? It is a profit from statement of P&L, right? So reserves and surplus also includes statement of P&L, profit, surplus. It is the surplus. You call it surplus. So that's it. Debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio. We are comparing the long-term debts with that of the shareholders fund. Clear? Debt means it is the long-term liabilities. Long-term liabilities, we are comparing it with the shareholders fund. Now, debt equity ratio, the ideal ratio is, or the ratio which is considered to be safe, that is 2:1. Debt equity ratio, if it is 2:1, that is considered to be safe. Safe. And always it is lower the ratio, it is better for the firm. Okay, so now we are discussing solvency ratio. The first one, debt equity ratio. If the ratio is 2:1, it is considered as safe for the business, safe for the company. Lower is better. That is the policy. Lower is better. Higher the ratio, highly risky for the firm. Higher ratio, highly risky. Highly risky for the firm. So suppose if the debts are 2 lakh, debt is 2 lakh, then that means equity should be maintained at 1 lakh. That is 2:1 ratio. So always the debt should be, or not always, it should be maintained like double the shareholders fund. Debt should be double the shareholders' fund. Okay, so that's about debt equity ratio. Next, we have total assets to debt ratio. The next one is total assets to debt ratio. So one of you tell me, how is it? How is it calculated? Who will explain? Total assets to debt ratio. Aparna, tell me, how is it calculated? Yes. This ratio, total assets to debt ratio, will tell us the relationship between total assets and debt. So how is it calculated?
Ma'am, total assets by long-term debts.
Yes. Total assets divided by debt. Debt. That means it is the long-term liability. Okay, long-term liability. Which are the total assets? Total assets means what? Total asset means both current asset as well as non-current assets. Current asset plus fixed asset. The other part, the second half part of the balance sheet, full total asset. Non-current asset plus current asset will give you total asset. And also it includes both tangible and intangible assets. Okay. Now here, if suppose, so let's take total asset is 10 lakh. Then debt is 5 lakh. So what is the ratio? Again, it is better to maintain it at the ratio 2:1. This is considered as safe. So here in this total asset and one more thing, this case, total asset to debt ratio, if higher the ratio is safe. Higher is safe. 2:1 is ideal one, better. And again, if it is more than 2:1, that is also good for the business. Higher, it is safe. Low is risky. Higher is safe. Why? Here, the numerator is the total assets. We are comparing the total assets to debt. So, total asset is more, that is good. It is better to maintain more assets than debt, long-term liabilities. Okay. Now, moving to the next one, that is proprietary ratio. Proprietary. So, the third one is proprietary ratio. The side is having some problem. Proprietary ratio. Proprietary ratio. Proprietary ratio, we are making comparison between shareholders fund and total assets. Okay, so the formula to find out this is equity divided by total asset. Total assets. Equity divided by total asset. So what is equity? What is equity? Equity means it is the shareholders fund. Again, it is share capital and reserves and surplus. Equity means shareholders funds. So it includes share capital, reserves and surplus. Again, reserves and surplus. Total assets, again the total. Non-current asset plus current asset. This is proprietary ratio. And the last one we have interest coverage ratio from this area. That is solvency ratio. We have the next one, that is interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio. So if the business is taking some borrowings, is making some borrowings, definitely the business will have to pay interest for it. Okay, interest has to be paid. So here we are checking whether the business is able to meet its, whether it is able to pay off its interest on time, whether they are getting enough returns to pay their interest. We are checking if the company is making sufficient earnings so that they can pay off their interest on time. So for that, the formula is PBIT divided by interest. Interest. So PBIT means profit before interest and tax. Before making the interest as well as tax, how much is the profit? Profit before interest and tax. Profits before interest and tax divided by interest. How much ever is the interest? And this interest coverage ratio, we show it in times. Times. 6 times. 4 times. Okay. And interest coverage ratio 6 to 7 times is considered as 6 or 7 is considered as safe. 6 or 7 times is considered to be safe. Okay. So I stop with this today. We'll continue on Saturday, the next 2 set of ratios, activity ratio and profitability ratio.